welcome back to Creative Chat Cafe. I am Zan.
Hi everyone, I am Liron Glickman, and we are your hosts on today's episode of Creative Chat Cafe, a weekly business talk show hangout for lifestyle entrepreneurs like you who are looking to soar into a business and life that pays it forward.
So we're all about, taking some time out from your business, from your life, and get some information, get guidance, get inspiration, get results. The show is aired every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and check your local listings what that time zone is. And if you're watching, our hashtag is hashtag Creative Chat Cafe and hashtag CCC Time to Hang Out.
And today joining us is Donna, who's an independent associate at Platinum Partner with Viridian, a renewable energy company. So welcome to the show, Donna. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So we'll dive into the talk with you in a minute. But before we actually start, I would like you to tell us a little bit more about you, so who you are and where you're from and what's your background, so we'll kind of get to know you a little more.
Sure. My name's Donna French. I'm from Wilbraham, Massachusetts, and I've been a business owner all my life, always been an entrepreneur, always looking, for something that I can get passionate about and stand behind. And in 2010, I went through bankruptcy, and I was looking for another company, and I wanted something that I could make a change. And I came across this company called Viridian Energy. We're a renewable energy company. We're about energy choice and supply on people's electric bills, but it's actually making a difference. So we're in a business of education and helping people save money on their electric bill and using renewable energy. I'm an environmentalist at heart. I'm a vice president of a women's club, a 4-H leader, help children. They actually show rabbits the way people show dogs and cats. They're really cute. But I've always liked to be able to give back. And this company, I can 100% stand behind and believe.
We're talking today about, how we social entrepreneurs, are doing great things, right, in this world. And one of the biggest things that the up and coming is all about going green. And today's topic is the importance of purpose and planting good seeds to achieve results in business. So I just want to show everybody that's our topic for today, which is the importance of, purpose and planting good seeds to achieve results in business. So, how did it all get started? Because whenever we start a business, we want to grow our businesses, right? That's why the topic is about planting seeds. But how did it all start for you? How did you plan your seeds of your business growth and then go from there? Because it's not easy starting a business.
Absolutely. And it's about like I said, I was very passionate about joining Viridian, and it was very easy for me to talk to family and friends, and that's really how I built my business. I call it belly to belly, is building relationships. And as I shared what I did with Viridian, other people became interested in wanting to do what I do, become a Viridian associate. And when they became an associate is when I really sat down with them. You want to start somebody off right in a business. You want a duplicatable system, something that you can make it simple, and they can just follow the system, and they don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have what we call our why. Why are you doing the business? And getting to know that person, what makes them tick. If they're working full-time or part-time, and how to fit Viridian into their business. But truly caring about that person, and then I sit down and teach them how to get a customer. And what I do with that is I actually go with them, or I'll do a 3-way phone call. Because when somebody can follow what I do and make it simple for them, and then they get that customer belief, it builds belief in them. So that's part of what I do, is really just sitting down with that person at that point.
Sorry, but Donna, I was just, thinking and having thought on my mind is that I think when you mentioned about a system, that's very important for everybody in starting their businesses, right? And just kind of, hey, I want to grow my business, but I don't know how. And that's a great way to get started with a company that already has a system. Therefore, you can just jump into creating that system. That is awesome. Thank you.
I want to know, what is the company's mission and how does it help you to accomplish your own purpose or your own goals?
I'm super excited about that question. My tagline is power with purpose.
Yeah.
So what we mean by power with purpose, first of all, power is energy. And to become energy independent, and we have renewable sources such as the sun, they're infinite sources, sun, wind, water, hydro.
Yeah.
To be able to become energy independent and to have that energy in our own backyard, it also creates jobs. So we buy our energy locally. So not only are we helping the consumer, but we're putting money back in the local economy. We buy from, I always say, Cabela's in Hartford or the solar farm in Springfield, Massachusetts. I can actually name places where we buy our energy from, so it stimulates the economy. So Viridian has a ripple effect. We help the consumer, we help the economy right here in our own backyard, and then we also give back. And what I mean by giving back is actually a couple days ago we had a community cleanup, and there was about 30 volunteers, and we picked up trash and tires along the river and a street in Wilbraham, Mass. We picked up over probably 25 bags of trash in a 2-hour period, probably about 20 tires. We worked with the town who are going to take and get rid of all the trash. After a couple other things that we've done is after a tornado, we went back and helped put a zoo back together. And Hurricane Sandy, a bunch of Viridian associates from all over the North, got together, diapers, clothing, dog food, and then a group actually went down to an area in New York City and helped rip out the mold and help, really giving back. One of our biggest missions is not only locally, but globally. We have a mission of 7 continents, 7 years. And nowadays, what's on the forefront is green energy, trending green, and talking about, the pollution of electricity is the #1 pollution in the air is making that electricity. It's not even the cars and trucks on the road. So if we can offset that with cleaner sources, that's important, especially for our next generations.
Right, very true. So folks, if you're just tuning in and this is your first time here at Creative Chat Cafe, you're probably wondering what is Creative Chat Cafe. So as you are looking at your screens right now, we are a weekly business talk show hangouts for lifestyle entrepreneurs who are looking to soar into a business and life that pays it forward. And today's episode is all about the importance of purpose and planting good seeds to achieve results in business. And you and I know, it's when we start a business, as we were talking earlier, it's all about planting good seeds because you want to, reap good rewards, right? And if you're watching and you're wondering if we do have a hashtag, yes, we do. Our hashtag is #CCC Time to Hangout and #Creative Chat Cafe. And for this very special month of April, because we're, today is Earth Day, and the whole month we're celebrating the green theme. So we have a special hashtag. It's #GreenBusiness. So Donna, I do want to ask you a question in the sense that, we're talking about purpose and having a why, in business that can help us stay focused on our goals. But it is also, it's kind of challenging, I think, and it's also important. And Liron, you could probably relate to this being a business networking coach. Sometimes we can get focused in our business, but sometimes the people that we work with in our team, that's a challenge, because sometimes we're going north, we say go north, don't jump into this hole, right? Because I've been there, and most of them will go go right in that hole. And it's just like, but how do you, how do you keep your team members focused? I'll ask you this in a while too, Liron, because you might have some ideas. But how do we, when we work with our clients or even your team members, how do you, Donna, keep your team members focused on their purpose, their why?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's like herding cats. It's really getting personal with relationships, sitting down, giving them belief in themselves when they don't even believe in themselves. I mean, always give them belief. Little baby recognition is huge. It's just every small goal step, just getting their first customer and making a big deal out of it. Knowing that you really care about their success. I get together weekly. We have weekly trainings. We have weekly events. I get them on conference calls. We have some great tools and videos, and it's really helping them stay plugged in and keeping that life. I call it a lifeline, because anybody can go into business, and especially a business like ours where you're really your own boss.
Yeah.
So I ask people, how do you want me to work with you? Do you want me to encourage you? Would you like me to push you? Or would you like me to leave you alone? Like, okay, Donna, I get it. I'll call you when I need you. So it's really not about me. It's about that person, their goals, their whys. How do they tick? How can I get the most out of them? And then I use their why. And on a day that they don't want to work and there's something important or a goal they're trying to set, I'll call them up and I'll say, I thought you wanted to help your mom retire, and 2 more customers is going to help you reach whatever point. But using somebody's why to drive them is really important also.
That's so true. And I want to give you a I want our audience to know the word believe, because it is very important, and I so agree. And this is one of the things that I learned from my mentors. You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who's going to believe you? You have to take it into your own hands. So in planting those great seeds, start with belief, it says, because when you believe in yourself, then you can believe that you can accomplish a lot of things. So what do you think about that, Liron? Do you have your own thoughts or comments about, how can we work with our team members or clients and get them to focus on their own purposes and whys and stay focused in the game,
Yeah, well, I think, same as clients and employees, it's similar to what Donna just said. It's about kind of aligning with what matters to them and to us as a whole. Sometimes when you have a main vision, it's something that drives people together. We want to make a certain industry better or influence people lives of many people. But if we go to the small, maybe more everyday tasks, then if we publish this course or training, then we'll be able to influence X, Y, Z. So it's about kind of aligning with a greater cause, but then also bring it back to earth and says, okay, so in order to get there, we need to do X, Y, Z. So it's kind of going from, like pyramid, going from up to the actual ground and start working to get up again.
That's so true. That's so true. And I know recently, Donna, you had emailed me some pictures of you, and maybe we can take a look at those pictures, and you can walk us through, introduce us to your team, your family, because one of the good things that you've done, you mentioned earlier is, you've gone out there with your team members, do the cleanup. And I actually have some pictures here, and maybe you could introduce us and walk us through these pictures. So, would you tell us about this picture a little bit?
Yeah, this is actually my husband, myself, my daughter, and then next to my husband on the right is my niece, Brielle.
Okay. And this one, you went out. Is that your daughter next to you? That's super cool.
Yeah, that was taken a couple years ago. I think my daughter was about 9 or 10. This was in Winston, Connecticut, cleaning up the Mad River cleanup, and that was one of the first events about helping her to give back. So I love that picture. Teamwork there.
Yeah, because and it's really important, I think, for the next generation, right? We're talking about planting seeds, and this is an idea of how we can get the younger generation. You have to lead by example, I think, and that is such a great way for you to actually plant good seeds, and then you can get results later. What about the next picture? I think the next picture is right here. You and your 2 girls.
Yeah, that's actually my granddaughter and my daughter and myself. And that picture was at the Forest Park Zoo after the tornado in 2011. Yeah.
We're getting the entire next generation. This is what
Yes.
I'm talking about, right? The
Yes.
entire
Yes.
next generation. And you had pictures of you going to Nicaragua, and I know you talk about. Can you talk to us a little bit about that trip? Because I know you had a what you call it, a recent trip to Nicaragua, doing some great things, putting solar panels. Could you walk us through that story a little bit?
Yeah. The other part of our mission is our 7 continents in 7 years. And we went to a little tiny village called Planatal, and it's a 2-hour bus ride from the airport, and then you got another half an hour on a dirt road. What considered as a dirt road, it's more like a, um, I don't know, but we could barely get through on the cars. And then once we got through the edge of the village, it was about a 3/4 of a mile hike to the top of this village. And at the center of the village, on top of this mountain, was a school. It was the only brick building, and that was the center of the village. All the homes were within a mile of the school, and that was our center point, where we set up in the school, where we built actual solar boxes. And then there was another church that went to the home to put the solar panels on the roof. What was really amazing is all their homes were built out of either corrugated metal, wafered metal for their roofs,
Mm-hmm.
and boards that when the houses were put together, they were not tight, so the light would come in through the wood.
Mm-hmm.
But in their homes were basically a couple hammocks. I call it like a stall where they put their corn and their rice, and a little fire pit. And actually, the home that we were working in, they had 2 baby pigs tied inside the kitchen with some chickens running around. It was the bare necessities, maybe a shelf with a picture of Jesus or the cross, but it was very simple, no electricity. And the reason why we went and brought solar to these people's homes was they're farmers.
Mm-hmm.
To have an electricity outlet that
Donna,
we
I'm
take
sorry
for
to,
granted.
to stop you there real quick, but I found some pictures on your
Okay,
Facebook page. Would it be okay if I share that Nicaragua album?
Wow.
sure.
So I think this is very important. I think in people trying to, comprehend what you and your team are doing. So you have this album that says year 5 of 7 continents in 7 years with Nicaragua, which is really powerful. And you talk about going into a village. So can you walk us through this picture? Because I'm going to show this picture right now. That is a powerful picture when you get a team of people coming together, doing great things. Can you tell us what was happening right here?
That was how we got together. Um, the people of the village were very shy, and this was us getting together. And like I said, there was about 32 people, and we separated up in groups. But this is where we were having our mastermind session on who was going to what parts of the village and taking what other solar pieces to the individual homes.
That's powerful. And going into a village, walk us through this.
This is where I learned how to be an electrician. um,
That's awesome to just see. Oh, here we're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's beautiful shot. Beautiful. The
Yeah.
solar panels.
yeah, what was amazing is they're such simple people. There's no cars. Everything that we have here that we take for granted, there's none of that here. And they're such happy, very blessed people. And the outlet, the electricity bring into their homes, as you see in this picture there, is they're farmers and they have cell phones. Believe it or not, there's no computers, but their cell phones are the connection to the world. And instead of traveling 2 hours walking or by horseback to the nearest village to charge their cell phone, they can charge their cell phones in their home because they have to pay I would say like $5 to charge that cell phone when they only make maybe $1,200 a year. But that
Yeah.
cell phone, they can call into the city and get the best price for their farming goods that they want to sell. And this way here, they can stay and, an extra 5 hours for them as a farmer to be useful back at home than to traveling to charge a cell phone. what was really exciting is when you asked them, how does this change, you having electricity, because they each got two outlets in their home, and they
Right.
said it changes
Yeah.
everything. And the biggest thing is education. It's not just the helping them with their, the sale of their crops, but education, to have the children to be able to go back from their little school in the center of their village and to take homework home and to help them become better people because now they have more time to learn,
Yeah.
and it also will help the parents learn because there's only a short window of time. Most children don't go past the 6th or 7th grade, but this is going to actually take them to the next level. It's about changing generations into the future, and it's all for the better. We didn't go there to change them. We went there to empower them. No more kerosene lamps, which when you breathe those fumes in the homes are not healthy for you, and to help them become more sustainable. And that's our goal, is to be really, Viridian is to make all of us more sustainable for future generations.
Looking at this picture right here that we're looking at right now, I'm thinking, oh my God, right? Those children, the
Yeah.
family must be like, oh my God, we've got lights, and the fact that you and your team came in and this is part of a company's mission, and you're just planting really great seeds out there in the world and putting, perspective into the business, and it keeps us, moving forward. And I think when we do episodes like this, and today is Earth Day, and we're thinking about how can we all plant really good seeds that in the end, we can actually create a better world, right? So I commend you and your team, Donna, for doing that, and kudos to you.
So tell me, speaking of that, so how do you plant good seeds that help you achieve your business growth? If you could maybe give me 3 or 5 points from your own experience, like what do you have to do to plant your good seeds?
Yeah, I always go back to the why. Why did you join Viridian? Why are you doing this business? And just really talking to them, because somebody can say, I want to be rich. Well, how much money do you want to make?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You have to define your why, get right down to details. And sometimes when you're driving for that why, you'll actually make that person cry. And when you make somebody cry, it creates something. Because your feelings, your thoughts create feelings, feelings create actions, and your actions create results. So that's where I really start with. And then my next would be setting some goals. We spend more time planning a 1-week vacation than we do for goals for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
But helping people to make a short-term goal personally and in their business and making them achievable, and then making some stretch goals. So I definitely sit down and make some stretch goals for them. I then try to also is really getting to them through events, because events build belief. And that's a huge one, is building belief not only in the company, but in themselves, and that they're working with the right people.
And Donna, one of the great things, and Yaron, when we talk about planting good seeds in our business growth, what are some of your tips that you think that we, especially business folks and entrepreneurs out there, as we go out there in the world, right, when we want to grow a business, we're connecting with people, because a part of planting good seeds is connecting with people, right? And in order to do that, we have to make sure that when we're building our relationship, so I'm kind of asking this question from the angle of a connection or a building relationship, because that's your expertise. How can we do that in a better way, plant better seeds, so that our connections are at the end, becoming better connections, and can help us, spread our wings a little bit? Do you have any tips for us?
Absolutely. Is become an extraordinary listener. When you listen and sit back, and not listen where your mind's thinking of the next question to ask, but to really be in the moment and to listen to the person or that business partner that you're trying to make a connection with, is, I think, the key. to really grow the business is to listen, because you're going to know what that person needs or wants, or how you can connect them to make them move forward in their life.
Well, I think I definitely agree with Donna. Listening is part of the communication. I can also add what we call active listening, which is actually show the people that you listen to them. There is something apparently when we speak about ourselves, when someone gives us the stage, so physiologically we have these hormones that make us feel rewarded. And when a person feels rewarded, and you are the source who made him feel rewarded, he'll also feel better towards you. You would like you more. So it really connects people together and also helps us engage more and get them work together with us and get results that even become our clients. I can also say about common ground, which is so important. Like every agreement, every small agreement, everything like similar ideas or similar ideologies are connecting us together. So as you get more and more which are genuine, you can also get people feel more familiar next to you and want to work with you or be with you. So these are definitely two tips I recommend.
That's all great information, Lee. Just talking about planting good seeds, and one of the lessons I've learned from my own mentors, or I know because we're running out of time, one of the most important thing is that finger is pointing back to you, being a great leader. And being a great leader is about leading by example. And I think when you lead by example, you're really planting the great seeds of business growth and connection, because you're leading by example and teaching people, hey, listen, when you lead other people or you lead your clients and customers, you have to do the things right from the beginning, right? And empower them, inspire them. Try, of course, we all have our flaws. I'm not saying that we're not without flaws. Hello, we're all with flaws, right? But the fact is, don't be afraid to even show those flaws, because there is just not being about, hey, I'm great, look at me, I'm out there doing, great things, but also be vulnerable and share that sometimes, because leadership is about sharing also. And I think that's one of the most important things I take away from this topic today, planting seeds that would help us achieve results and business growth, is the fact that, apart from what Donna just said, your tips about, sharing, helping your customers or clients or your team members, continue to focus on their own purposes. And with what Liron was saying, your connections, we all want to build great connections, because at the end of the day, somebody's going to want to do a referral, right? If they want to refer you or recommend you, your connection has to be great, right? Who wants to recommend a bad influence? And being a good leader, I think, is just being, to understand that nobody's perfect, when you're leading. It's not only about empowering, inspiring, but your vulnerability and also transparency is important in helping us all, being good leaders, planting good seeds so that we can achieve great results. Ladies, I must commend you. Great information for today as we celebrate Earth Day. We're giving back good things. Donna, you and the team are, kudos to all of you for doing great things. And I think you've made the right decision for, your business and your life, and that's always a good thing. So, ladies, I just want to make sure that we all get to share our business information before we go. So if there's any of our audience out there who wants to connect with us, they'll be able to connect with you directly. Donna, would you go ahead?
Yeah, my email is powerfulwin@gmail. Again, that's powerfulwin@gmail. My phone number is 413-386-4580. I want to thank both of you for having me on the show. And one thing I really live by, and I really wanted to make this point, is it's okay to make a mistake, to fail forward. If you make a wrong decision, make another one. It's talking about taking corrective action, and that's what I think we all hear, is the fear of failure. And it's okay to fail, because what you're going to do is you're going to pick yourself back up and go out and do it again. Do something every day that makes you uncomfortable. So thank you.
And your website, Donna?
Is www.viridian.com/Donna. That's spelled with 3 I's, and Viridian actually means green in Latin.
Thank you, Donna. Go ahead, Liron.
Yes, hi. So thanks, Donna. Again, it was fascinating and interesting, and I'm sure we could have talked even longer to finish this out. So I'm a business networking coach, so if you want to plan your networking strategy or sharpen your interpersonal skills, or maybe learn how to preserve and maintain your business relationships, you're more than welcome to be in touch with me. My email is info@lironglickman.com or website www.lironglickman.com. Thank you so much.
Woohoo! Thank you. Out there who are just watching the show for the first time and you're wondering where do we watch the show again or how can we share this information, so you can go to our website www.entrepreneurs.soar.com, and there's a tab that says web shows, and there's a sub tab that's called Creative Chat Cafe. That's all our blog posts, and you can find all the videos there. And this is where you would come back every Wednesday 12:30 p.m. Eastern time and check your local time zones, what that time would be. And it's right here on our website. And every first Wednesday is actually our live broadcast, which is a 60-minute show. And we usually try to get a full cast, and also, there's a story, a social cause, a social mission about a nonprofit or something great like that. And here's, our social information. We're talking about connecting, right? Building the community, planting great seeds. So here's our Facebook page, Creative Chat Cafe. Here's our Creative Chat Cafe Google Plus community, and join our community in Google Plus so that we can share more post-show information and posts or resources. And we also have Twitter, and our handle is @CChatCafe. And our YouTube channel has a playlist which is on, Creative Chat Cafe, and the YouTube channel is Entrepreneurs at Soar, because Entrepreneurs at Soar is is producing the show. So again, our hashtag is #CCC Time to Hang Out and #Creative Chat Cafe, and tweet us at @CChatCafe. And the special month of April, our hashtag is #GreenBiz. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. It's been a great show, and for all of you folks out there who's celebrating Earth Day, I commend you to do something green. Go clean up, even if it's your own garage. You know what I mean? I know I could use some of that for my basement, but do something. But I think it's all about action, and this has been a great episode. Happy birthday, happy Earth Day, everybody! Until the next episode, see you. Bye bye. Thank you, Liron. Thank you, Donna, for joining us today. Bye.
Bye.